Wide receiver Robert Davis is with us, and Robert, one of the reasons, you got a lot of emails, people asking about you, and when we're going to see you on the field. Welcome. How was your off-season? You trained outside the area?
Yes, sir. I trained out in Florida. Got some help from some receiver coaches, just trying to refine some of my route running and things of that nature, and just trying to pick up on being a pro receiver. So I'm excited about this season.
How did last year go for you? I know anyone who's on an NFL team wants to get out there. You didn't get a lot of opportunities. This is a big year for you. How would you characterize how last year went?
It's all God's plan, I went out there. I feel like I really got better on the practice squad. I was able to work on things, that I might not have been able to work on, being on the 53. So, I was able to try things out, see what worked for me, what didn't work for me. And I feel like I took a big step last year from being on the practice squad for 12 weeks and then, being active for a couple of weeks. But I feel like I took a big step, and I feel like I can take it to that next step this season.
Sure hope so. I mean, you're that big target that the Redskins fans have wanted to see for a long time. And why don't you describe your game for us? Because we haven't seen you yet, much of you outside. I mean, I've watched a lot of you, obviously, but the fans need to know.
I try to be physical. I try to be a red zone threat. I've tried to open up more so on the short to intermediate routes, but I like to be a guy that can stretch the field, a guy that can, go down and help in the run game. Blocking the run game as a big physical receiver, I just try to make a lot of contested catches when I have to, going across the middle and, make catches that help the team.
Why don't you let some fans know about your background, where you grew up, and I understand you didn't get to football until a little bit later than some of the kids out there.
Yeah, I grew up in Warner Robins, Georgia. It's South Georgia. I went to Northside High School, which was a triple option high school, so I only caught 7 passes in my total high school career.
Wow.
And, I kind of got recruited off of basketball. I was a basketball player, and, the coaches from Georgia State came down and were actually recruiting another guy, and they stopped by the basketball game, and it was like, well, who's this big kid out here dunking and, just athletic freak? And that's how I ended up getting a football scholarship, and it's just a blessing, and I was able to take advantage of it from there.
How good of a hoopster were you?
I feel like I was pretty good. Yeah. I was a physical player. I like to play down low.
High flyer?
Yeah, that was my MO.
Wow.
I like to dunk and, do all that stuff, play good defense. But, I feel like I was pretty solid.
You've got a new quarterback, Alex Smith. And while you haven't been able to really get out there and practice much, what do you think of him?
I like him. I like what I've seen so far. One of my ex-college teammates, Albert Wilson, played for the Chiefs. And, he's now with the Dolphins. But I talked to him about him a little bit. He said he was a cool guy. And, he's come in and I've seen a lot of leadership in him. So I like what I've seen so far.
Describe your excitement level this year, because hey, you can make an impact on this football team after paying your dues last year. How excited are you?
I'm very excited. It's been my dream since before I can remember, to be on the NFL field and making plays to help a team and making my parents proud. So, I'm really excited.
A lot of folks in the building are as well. Folks, you wanted to meet him? Here he is, Robert Davis, wide receiver for the Redskins. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, okay?
Yes, sir.